$2 million of the $6.3 million in federal funds, the indictment says, is missing. Do you have any idea where that money went?
It's not missing. It never was missing. I have a letter here that outlines also the breakdown of everything based on Armando Gutierrez's legal CPA. He breaks everything down to Curtis Kreider, who was the Inspector General, and so it spells it out very clearly.
So all $6.3 million is accounted for?
Everything was accounted for.
Now, the indictment says that you postdated a letter to, quote, cover up a money laundering scheme. Is there any truth to that?
That was not post-dated. That was dated at the time that I think there was one that was August 26th and September 4th. At those two meetings with Armando on those days, we negotiated the payment for Armando Gutierrez. In the contract, it doesn't define how Armando is going to be paid.
After 4.5 years, justice delayed is justice denied in your case?
In my case, it's a combination of justice. It's a combination of political witch hunt. It's a combination of let's keep Rebecca from achieving any other offices that she is very qualified to enter into in 2008 and 2010.
So you think this is a personal
This
thing?
is a political, personal attack on my character, my honor, my prestige.
And who's doing the attacking?
It's a combination of individuals, of course, started by Senator Pete Domenici, raising the flag to the Election Assistance Commission in 2004. Very same ads. I don't know if you've had a chance to see them, but they're very constant. They concentrate on educating the voters of the state of New Mexico on everything, English and Spanish and Navajo. He felt that I misused the funds in 2004.
Okay.
He had me investigated by the Election Assistance Commission. I responded. They, of course, responded back to him and said she didn't do anything wrong. She did everything that we asked her to do in the law.
So Senator Domenici, who else?
After Senator Domenici, Mary Herrera. Mary Herrera, of course, submitted the letter to have me investigated again by the AG's office and by the Election Assistance Commission internal auditing. I was making some noise to run for lieutenant governor. And unfortunately, so was the best friend of Hector Balderas, who was Brian Colon. Brian, who was the party chairman at the time. They didn't want me on that ballot. They didn't want me in the race. And so Hector Balderas in 2009 submitted an audit report in 2009 of the last 6 months of my administration of 2006. He made it public. He put it out there. He accused me of misspending and misusing funds based on the CPA firm that was used at that time, that also claimed that they tried to get in touch with me but never attempted to get in touch with me to answer their findings initially before the final.
And you think Gary King also has been attacking you?
Most definitely.
But just to play devil's advocate, I mean, Pete Domenici is a Republican.
Right.
Hector Balderas is a Democrat.
Right.
Brian Colon's a Democrat.
Right.
Gary King's a Democrat.
Right.
So you think this is like a bipartisan effort?
Of course. It's based on keeping me off the ballot because I pretty much operate on my own. I really do believe in public service. I really know what has to happen for the state of New Mexico, and the only way to do it is if you have a position in power and you are able to achieve that position in order to make changes for the people of our state.
Would you accept a plea bargain in this case?
No. Why would I accept a plea bargain of something that I am not a party of?
There's 50 counts on the indictment, though. You think all 50 are wrong?
Yes, I do.
If this thing eventually goes to trial, and that's a big if, I take from what you're saying is you would actually welcome it. It'd be a chance
Yes.
for you, to clear to clear everything up.
Yes, I do welcome it. As a matter of fact, those 50 witnesses, of those 50 witnesses, not a single one, based on my lawyer, my lawyer's questionings and the other 3 lawyers, none of those 50 witnesses could say that I conspired, that I embezzled, that I committed tax fraud, that I did anything that they're alleging that I committed.
Now, you think there's a chance out there that maybe the Kupfers or Mr. Gutierrez may have done something wrong and you weren't aware of it?
I don't believe that they could have done anything wrong and without me knowing.
So what have you done for the last 3+ years, to pay bills?
I married a wonderful man, came into my life, and I really do think that it was divine intervention that came into play. My husband is Tom Gutierrez.
Okay.
And
he lives here in Albuquerque?
He lives here in Albuquerque, yes.
From a practical basis, even if everything turns out as well as could be expected from your perspective, is your political career over here in New Mexico?
I don't know. I really can't answer that. I will always be a public servant. I'm destined to do that. I want to clear up the lies that Gary King and his prosecutors are perpetrating here, that they're alleging here, that I committed all of these criminal acts, and I just don't believe that anyone should bear false witness against anyone. I am a God-fearing, God-loving person, and I live by the rules, and I work by the rules and the laws that are in place. And so, more than anything, I want to show that people who lie, Hector Balderas, Gary King, Marietta, whomever is out there, people who lie and are in high public offices, they don't deserve to represent the people of the state of New Mexico. They do not deserve it. I'm not going to lie in any of my campaigns that I have run, 10+ campaigns that I have run. Have I ever had to lie about any of my opponents? I have only to share with the people of my state what I can do for them, what I will do for them to make things better for our state.